how's it going, everyone? It's Lumity, and today we are going to be talking about a video game on the Xbox Series X, but this game on the Xbox plays more like a classic Nintendo game. We are going to be talking about Squadron. Now, this is an awesome little indie game, and it is a clone of the legendary Star Fox. And it plays very similar to Star Fox, except I do think the barrel roll system in this game actually works better than in the original Stox. You'll have to forgive me, I'm recording this at 2 in the morning, but the barrel roll system does work better in this game than the original Star Fox. The game actually plays very well, and I really love the way that looks. It looks awesome. I love the graphic style because the entire game takes place inside a simulation, and the way that they decided to go with the graphics is a very much a like Vectrex style graphic system, you know? So if you've ever seen what a Vectrex game looks like, imagine that but in 3D, and that's kind of what this game looks like. It looks phenomenal. Absolutely love the way it looks, and the level design is also great. The only thing I will say is that I wish that there were more levels, because I love the levels so much, but there's only like 6 of them. So there's not a whole lot of them, and I would really like to see more levels in a future game. But there is going to be a future game, so that is cool. So hopefully when we get a new game, a sequel to this game, there's more levels in it. I will say this, though. This game is not very expensive, so the fact that there's only 6 levels and the game's pretty short isn't really a huge deal when you look at the price tag of this game. And you do have some replay value here, because when you beat the game on the easiest difficulty, you will then unlock medium mode, and then once you beat it on medium mode, you will unlock hard mode. So at least you do have some replay value with the difficulty system and how you get to basically keep unlocking harder difficulties. I played through it on easy mode and medium mode, and I got to the very final level and the final boss on hard mode, and it just whooped my butt. Too bad for me. I want to continue, but I did enjoy my time playing through this game. One playthrough will take you around 45 minutes. It's not a super long game, like I said, but again, the price tag is not that big. It's not an expensive game. In fact, it goes on sale pretty regularly, so I would say that if you can pick this game up, especially on sale, it's definitely worth picking up and trying out. And I gotta say, I actually really love the characters in this game. You know, you get 3 characters that you really get to know throughout the game, 3 main protagonists, and I really like all of them. The one that you're controlling is Blaze, and I do like his personality a lot. He's obviously very similar to Star Fox, but then you also have Nax, and Nax is actually a really cool character. I really like him. He is he's kind of like your rival, but he's like a friendly rival in a way, you know, like he wants to be better than you, of course, and he wants to act like he's tougher than you and better than you, just like some of the companions in the original Star Fox did. But I do feel like he is like easier to get along with than the characters in the original Star Fox. I feel like he just comes across as a bit nicer still. Like he has a kind of a tsundere attitude going on, but at the same time, he just comes off a little bit nicer. You know, you see that he kind of has a soft spot in there, where I feel like in the original Star Fox game, you know, you had one character who would give you a hard time in the original Star Fox game, but it didn't really feel like he had like a soft spot like Kiro does. Kiro actually feels pretty well flushed out, I will say. And then you also have Axel Mex, and Axel is an axolotl, so I mean that immediately gets points right there. So I do love Axel. He's the one that actually created the simulation, and the whole story around these characters is that Blaze and Kiro are in the simulation, they're training in the simulation, and then it gets hacked from the outside by a evil, I guess, I don't want to say world, faction would be the correct word. It gets hacked into it by an evil faction, and they start corrupting the simulation, and the way that this works, it plugs directly into their brain, so if they get destroyed in this simulation, it could basically fry their brains. So they have to get out of the simulation by taking out all of the stuff that has been inserted into the simulation, and they have to ultimately destroy the simulation from the inside. And it actually is a really cool storyline, really fun. It's simple, but it gets the job done, and it makes you want more. And the lore that you do get in this game is pretty interesting, and it makes you want to see more. You know, it makes you want to see more, because you get just a little taste of the lore, but you know that there's a whole lot more that they can do with it. And as I said, there's supposed to be a sequel for this later on that I will definitely play, and I'm looking forward to checking that out. So this is an awesome game. I love it. It controls great. Graphically, it's awesome. The characters are awesome. The lore that you get in this, even though it's just a little taste of it, is awesome. This overall is a fantastic game that I think that if you are a fan of Super Nintendo, the original Super Nintendo Star Fox game, or you're a fan of just on-rail shooters in general, you should definitely try this out. It is amazing. It's fantastic. It's definitely a Star Fox clone, but it's a really, really good Star Fox clone that, in my opinion, I'm gonna say it. I think it surpasses the original Star Fox. It's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. The characters are just way more likable, and you get more lore than you do in the original game. But I mean, to be fair, this is a lot newer game, But still, I really love this game, and I'm looking forward to see what the creator does next, because this was absolutely fantastic. Go check out First Squadron on the Xbox Series X or on Steam. It's phenomenal, and I don't think it's something that you should miss. I also do want to give a shout out to the music, because the music in this game is really, really good as well, and so is all the sound design. The sound design is phenomenal. Movement of the actual ship and aiming and everything, all of that stuff is great. The boss fights are phenomenal. You get quite a few different boss fights, and they're very similar to the stuff that you see in the original Star Fox game, but the final boss fight is epic. I love the final boss fight in this game, but all of that stuff is phenomenal. Just like in the Star Fox games, you have to target certain parts of the vehicle. They'll turn a certain color, and then once they turn that color, you start shooting at those parts of the vehicle, and they can eventually be destroyed, and then you'll move to a different part of the vehicle, just like how you would in the old Star Fox video games with the old boss fights in those. So very similar to that, but this game just, it does it very well. It does it very well. And you still have missiles, just like in the other Star Fox game, So if you want to try to do more damage to the boss and just try to get through the boss fight quicker, you can try to use those missiles and do some massive damage to its weak points. And it also does some interesting stuff other than that. There's a level where you're actually getting chased by one of the bosses, and that one's kind of cool because the whole point of it is you're just trying to survive while it's shooting at you, and then your teammate is actually the one who's going to shoot it down. So I thought that was actually really cool. So Kiro's actually trying to shoot it down while you're just trying to avoid getting shot by it. That was actually kind of a neat level. And they have another one where it turns your controls upside down, so your entire screen turns upside down and basically inverts your controls, and that one kind of throws you off a little bit, but it's pretty cool. So this game has some cool ideas, and I think that it honestly executed pretty much everything very, very well. This is a fantastic game, and I 100% think that you should go check this game out. Go check it out on the Xbox Series X or Steam. Either way, I think you're going to love this game. It has phenomenal characters, phenomenal graphics. I love the way that the characters look as well. I think they look great. This is a wonderful game, wonderfully made, and I could not recommend this game enough. Go check it out, and go destroy the Skull Empire, and get out of that simulation. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.